Recent research has shown there are 4 unique humor styles. What personality information can these humor styles reveal? Watch on to find out. Research shows that both men and women report that a great sense of humor is the most important thing they seek in a partner. But what does it mean to have a sense of humor? Are there different types? Let's dive in. First, what are the 4 different types of humor? 1. Affiliative humor. This style of humor is what most people associate with a sense of humor. It can include telling jokes or just saying funny things that are not at anybody's expense. People use this type of humor to nurture relationships between themselves and others, to bring groups together, and to create a more lighthearted and enjoyable atmosphere. 2. Self-defeating humor. Do you remember the class clown you had in your classes in school? Well, those class clowns were using self-defeating humor, in which they amused others at their own expense. They'll make themselves the butt of their jokes and make fun of themselves to gain approval from others. They'll even laugh with everyone when others put them down. 3. Self-enhancing humor. People who use self-enhancing humor seem to always find the humorous side of life and deal with stress or any of life's challenges by finding the brighter side of it. They are able to find the fun in everyday situations, and uses humor mainly a way of coping with any adversity and not letting negative emotions take over. 4. Aggressive humor. This type of humor is exactly how it sounds. Aggressive humor can include teasing, making fun of others, some types of sarcasm, and putting others down. This type of humor is mostly hurtful and can be used to manipulate and alienate others. People with more aggressive humor can have trouble holding back when saying funny things. It is important to note that everyone uses a little bit of each of these, and it's not necessarily bad to use a little self-defeating or aggressive humor occasionally. For example, aggressive humor can be useful in confrontational situations or even showing off your wittiness using sarcasm. Self-defeating humor can be useful in not taking yourself so seriously or showing others you can tolerate a little jabbing. It's good to have a mixture of these humor styles. What does your usage of the different humor styles say about your personality? Funny people love to be around other people. Each humor style was significantly associated with a higher level of extroversion. This makes sense, given that someone must hear your humor to be funny. If you wanted to get philosophical about it, you might ask yourself, if no one hears a joke, is it still funny? People who use affiliative, self-enhancing, and aggressive humor more were found to be significantly more intelligent. Making jokes, or at least successful jokes, is no easy feat. A person has to be pretty smart to come up with humorous ideas and understand others' jokes. However, those who use a lot of self-defeating humor weren't found to be significantly more intelligent. Affiliative humor users were also found to be significantly more secure in their relationships, value their friendships more, and be less athletic. When you meet somebody who in general is funnier or thinks a sense of humor is very important, they'll be more likely to build more emotionally close relationships with you and trust you to show their true selves. They'll be more equipped to build a more intimate and close relationship with you than someone who doesn't use affiliative humor as much. People who use self-enhancing humor to help them cope with hard times must do it right. Users of self-enhancing humor were significantly happier than those who don't often use this type. They were more confident, felt more fortunate, and overall more satisfied. Rather than letting the world get them down, their use of humor to look at the bright side of any situation wonders for their everyday mood. Dating somebody who uses self-defeating humor can be great, but it can also have drawbacks. These individuals who are not afraid to laugh at themselves are also more likely to trust others to have a closer relationship and are not afraid to show their true selves. However, they were also found to be significantly more anxious, depressed, and neurotic, as well as less confident in their physical attractiveness. If you meet somebody who uses a lot of hurtful humor, makes fun of others, or is overly sarcastic, it can tell you a lot about them. Aggressive humor users are significantly less kind and caring, more neurotic, more bossy and dominating, less confident in their physical attractiveness, and less likely to want a close relationship with their partner than those who don't use aggressive humor as often. They may be more intelligent and more interested in sex, but the cons outweigh the pros in this case. It may be the case that their insecurities are driving them to tease and take the focus off of themselves. Humor is a very important part of our social interactions. It can get us through the good and bad times, make a partner seem more attractive, and even help strangers feel closer together. So next time you exchange messages or go out on a date with somebody new, remember what type of humor you are both using. It can tell you a lot more than you think. Do you agree with these 4 types of humor, and which of these do you identify with the most? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more insightful videos.